All right. I'm going to throw a mic on you real quick. Okay, so I'll throw these up on YouTube eventually, some point today, tomorrow. I'm busy with lessons, so, you know. Audio is probably going to be crud because of everything that's going on, but that's okay. Couple things. All right, so we just did. All right, so our initial stance here, right? We're getting our feet a little bit getting too wide.
Yeah.
And we need to make sure we're sealing more of the post. I don't want to be leaning on this post as far as putting my weight concerned, but I want to make sure that I'm sealing the post all the way up. So on the one side, I'm going to have my hand right by my knee, okay? So either out here, if you do have it this way, it can hurt if you take a puck there. All right, but I got my shoulder right into it.
Yeah.
Taller goals will kind of be here, right? But I want to make sure as I go, I want to drive my knee forward as I get my T-push going. A couple things can happen here. I can rotate to better get my knee driving up to this spot, or I can rotate this foot to get out there and get a better knee drive. But I want this knee driving right out. So boom, right out. So now instead of the tall side steps, we're going to do set, ready, shuffles. So, but going back to that last one, after you side step, we're pretty good. But when you got set, it was like this. And you let your feet get too wide. Don't think about spreading your feet and getting wider as just getting the butt down and getting weight more into your toes. Right? So right here, I feel like most of your weight is going to be more on the inside of your legs, right? And not kind of directly centered throughout your whole entire leg. So what that's basically saying is your stance is a survival stance to keep you up. We want to be an athletic stance, so that way, if I'm here, I feel it here a lot, right? I don't really want to feel it there as much. I want to kind of bring my feet in a little bit, but down. So I kind of feel a little bit more in everything. That's really important, especially for stamina.
Yeah.
And then overall muscle performance of getting good strong slides, pushes, what have you, okay? So going back to the drill, staying nice and low in this one. Nice little deep knee drive, T-push out, push, 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 tiny little pushes. Let's get at least 3 here, okay? And then right from here, staying down, turn right into it, okay? Either change that foot or hinge out, push, 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 around right here. What's really important is when you go to push, right? I can't just push and leave it out there. Then it becomes like an anchor, you know, and it's slowing me down. So as soon as I pivot, push, pull it in right away. Okay? Yeah, strong push, strong push. So you're not pushing with that inside foot here. You're pushing with your post foot. All right? Because then if you go here and push, all right, it's going to be really tough to stay square with it. So you can either rotate that knee out and then get down so that I'm pushing down with my big toe, right? Or you can, same thing, you can hinge your whole body to get your foot into that spot. So you can go right from here all the way into it. Takes a little bit more level of balance. Better. Stay low. Hips low. Still a little bit too tall as we're shuffling here. I want you shuffle around like there's a kid skating about the top of the circles and he's just getting ready to fire and you never know when. Better. So notice how, like these couple shuffles here, you were close to getting ready, but then you got a little extra ready here. I want you extra ready the whole way through, all right? One more time each way. Yeah. Good. All right. All right, all right, all right. Let's get you dropping now. All right, there he is. Okay. So still working on these little hinges here. Much better job. Our last little one though was a here, which is not necessarily wrong, okay? But the reason why I stress getting a bit explosive push out is because when there's plays from the goal line that are pass out plays, they're really hard to really take up as much net. Because a lot of times we do this and just stop here, and then when we feel like we don't have enough time to get all the way out there. So that's really important to make sure we're practicing on exploding and getting to the top of crease and being consistently up there. Because eventually sometimes we glide back a little bit, we regress, commotion happens, we have traffic, and we kind of have to get a safe bubble to be able to move and be an athlete, right? So that's okay. But if we already start deep and we back up more, then that's just going to be troublesome, okay? So focus on driving strong out there all the way through. So next one, we'll get over in 2 shuffles now. Drop down in the butterfly. I want you to visualize a stick save. All right, and so since we're doing a full recovery push this way, the stick save will be here. So really emphasize getting your nose and looking down to your stick, and then pick a spot, maybe in the corner where the bumpers are. All right, because that's where we're going to send that stick save. So right out, set, push, push. All right, that push, push really quick. All right, not push 50-50 each one. That first one's really small by a nice strong push here. Nose the puck, looking down at my stick, then finding a visual and keeping on that visual, okay? Try not to look anywhere else other than your visuals, so that way you're letting the body figure out some things too, okay? Full recovery push. Yeah. Nice. Good work. Let's stay low in that full recovery push. Boom. Nice. Better. Now work on those T pushes. Push, push. Boom. That's a good one. A little tall in that full recovery push. That's okay. All right. Staying set. Getting the head down. Good. Last one. Okay, so I want you to do 2 more, and I want most of the emphasis to be on the double shuffle. I want that first one really small and quick, and like really quickly. So as I'm going, scooch over real quick. So I'll go push, push, right? If I'm going the other way, push, 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 really fast forward, right? Because we want to arrive before they even get the puck. If we can get there before they get the puck, right before that, that means if they're about to do a one-timer or catch it and release it really fast, we won't be cut off guard as much, okay? We'll be there in time. So, being early is on time, and on time is late. Late's a goal, All right. One more time, quick shuffles. Yeah, even tighter. Push, push. There it is. Okay, good job on the shuffle. There was something that was a little bit awkward in the full recovery push. Can you place it? Okay, so go back down there for me real quick. Eyes forward, body forward. What's the first thing you need to go before you push? Yes. Okay, that's what we forgot. That is really important because now your hips are ready to go here. Otherwise, what you had to do was one of these where you got up and then rotated in the turn, and there's no power. Yeah. All right, and it's really even hard for you to be low and set and ready. So if something crazy happens right now and you're in the middle of that type of push, it's gonna be like, oh crap, I need to figure it out, right? As opposed to getting a rotation, seeing everything, being square to the puck, And then you can like, oh, if there's an oh crap play, you can just do a power leg, get over, do something cool, whatever. Or you have plenty enough time, full recovery push type deal. Cool. All right. Moving on. Pretty good so far, man. Okay, we're same thing. T push out. Okay, we're gonna get that double shuffle over. Actually, let's try this. Let's get over in one shuffle. You know, so common theme here. I'm eliminating a couple of shuffles here. So let's really try and work on staying narrow in it too. So I'm gonna get out here, boom, push, boom, pull that leg right in. The next one, I'm gonna butterfly slide, and I'm just gonna go to this overlap position here. All right, for a little backdoor play here, boom, and then right from here I can get up and then swing myself back into the post. All right. So one long shuffle, butterfly slide to the overlap. So instead of a power leg here, right? So we're gonna start on the feet and butterfly slide across, so sliding down, not dropping down and then pushing. And try and be outside the post, okay? Here, let me give you a little bit of a visual here. I want you to be sliding to this puck here, all right, and probably that one right there. Yes, that one right there. Let's go. Visual placement. And then I want your eyes going right to this puck for the slide. So same thing, once you get over to here, okay, I'm going to pivot, eyes right here. That's going to tell me everything I need to know. Because if I don't get my eyes and I end up turning this far, I'm like, oh man, that didn't line it up properly at all. So as soon as I get my eyes around, that's going to tell me right away how much I need to do. Boom, much better. Good. Keep working. Boom. Bring that knee down right away. Good. One more each way. Good. Last one. Stretch out. Good. All right. Good job. Take a little break. Get some water. You just did a whole bunch of skating. Back to back. All right. Back. All right. Let's go here. 13 minutes. Good.